Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to try something a little bit different, and that is I'm going to do some question and answer, some Q&A. Some of these are from the comments that I've received over the last couple of months. I also get a lot of comments from Instagram and things like that, so I thought I'd try to compile some of these and talk about it briefly. And I may do some more of these too, so if you have a question that you're thinking of, please feel free to leave a comment below and maybe I'll save it for the next video. So the first one is, why are some of your movies still sealed? That's a great question, right? So I'll use this as an example. Many times, well, here's the example. This is the Deer Hunter. I'm just going to show the front and the back of these too as I'm showing these things. This is a movie that I've seen a lot. And so many times I had this on a DVD and I upgraded it to a Blu-ray probably over a year ago. And so since I've seen it so many times, I don't necessarily need to watch it as soon as it arrives. And so I'm going to wait till the next time that I would like to see this movie, if it's not on streaming, and then I'll open it up. Now, many times if I think that the disc has been damaged or something's been damaged in shipment, usually I can tell if I kind of shake the Blu-ray or the DVD up and down, if there's something inside that's broken, then I'll open it up. So I did receive a copy of the Criterion collection movie, or the edition of Tootsie, and I noticed that something was shaking on the inside, so I opened that one up right away. And I actually ended up watching some of the special features on that disc because there were some that I hadn't seen, even though I've seen Tootsie many, many times. So that's one reason I may do that. It sits on my shelf sealed like this, and I'm hoping that it preserves it a little longer by having it sealed. If it has a digital copy, I'll probably open it up as well and redeem the digital copy. But in this case, this did not have a digital copy. It doesn't really have any extra features that I'm that interested in, although it does have a commentary. But the next time I open it up, the next time I'm ready to explore this movie, I'll open it up and I'll probably watch it with a commentary because I've seen it so many times. The other thing is, as you may know from watching the channel, I'm really interested in studying film. So many times I'm going to take great care when I decide to watch a specific movie. As I've said before, movies and TV, to me anyway, are so much based on mood and the time of year, the time in your life, things like that, so many different factors. So I may wait a while before I decide to watch a certain film or a TV show. And I'll use this other example too. I picked up this Hammer box set from Indicator. Now I love Indicator as a company. I'm just going to show again the front and the back of these things. These are so beautiful, these box sets. Now when I purchased this, it was during a sale. It was not around Halloween time, I don't think. So Hammer films in general, they may be horror films, or Hammer has done a lot of different types of films, but this happens to be a Hammer horror set. And so I will wait until I'm in the mood for something like this before I watch it. The other thing is this is a box set, so you can see all the extra features. You can see how many films are in the set itself. So I really want to take the time to open this up, study it, really take my time with it, watch the extra features and things like that, and I just haven't had a chance to do that. So this one I'm just left on my shelf sealed. It doesn't appear to be that there's anything broken inside or any kind of damage to the set itself, so I'm going to leave that sealed. So I hope that answers that question. Now, if there's a movie that I'm really excited about again, or if there's a special feature that I really would like to see, then I'm going to open that movie up right away and I may watch it. Let's see. Question number 2, how often do I watch movies during the week? Now, I watch quite a few movies during the week, probably 1 or 2 every week, or I will begin to do some type of a film study, and I'll show you what I'm watching this week. This is one that I just happened to open up from the recent Criterion collection, or the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. This is Kieslowski's Decalogue, and wow, this is just amazing. I love this. I'm only about 4 episodes in. This is a 10-hour, I suppose you could consider it to be a film, but they are episodes, so you can watch it in 1-hour segments, and I've been watching this probably over the last few days. And so during the week, I may watch a full movie. I may begin a study like this. When I was going through all of the films in the Bergman set, I was watching maybe 1 or 2 movies a week, or maybe even more than that, maybe 3 or 4 movies a week, plus the supplements. I was really into it. And so, so if I'm really into a director or a specific genre, I may take some extra time and really watch many, many films during the week. Of course, I'm watching other things as well, but this is one that I've really been spending a lot of time with lately. And generally, after I've purchased Criterion Collection films, but certainly other films during a sale, I'm going to really look at those and decide which ones I would like to study next. And this has been next on the list for quite a while. The next question is, do I only watch Criterion movies? Absolutely not. I watch a lot more things. Now, I'm a huge Criterion Collection fan. There's no question about that, and I love my Criterion Collection. But there's many other things that I'm watching. So one of the things I'm watching this week that I thought I would show is I've begun a study of Twin Peaks. Now, this is a great box set. This has the full. It says for the first time in one collection, the complete television phenomenon of Twin Peaks. So it has the original first 2 seasons, and then the limited series event, which is the 25 years later, which I have not seen. Now, I've seen Twin Peaks, the original 2 seasons, but I have not seen the movie Firewalk with Me or the 3rd season. So I'm really excited to really study this again, and I'm really enjoying it. I've finished season 1, and I'm on episode 2 of season 2. I did want to show this box set briefly too. This on Amazon was a little over $50, I believe. And when I was looking at the 3rd season was also close to $50. And I thought, well, I'll just pick up everything. And I'm also watching this on Netflix too. So I haven't, even though I've opened this, I'm watching it on Netflix, at least the first 2 seasons before I get to the movie and season 3. But this has a slipcase on the top, or over the top of the movies. And then you can see this is a hard case here, hard plastic case. I'm not a huge fan of this packaging, and I did open this one up right away for exactly the reason I mentioned earlier, and that is that I felt like there was a disc moving around in here, and there was one. You can see they're in these little kind of shelf units on the inside here. But it seems a little the packaging, it seems a little flimsy to me, which is fine if the discs are intact and there's not any damage in there, which there did not appear to be. But this is fine. I'm happy to have the physical media. As you know, again, from the channel, I prefer having the physical media as much as I have streaming services and things for convenience. It's nice to have the physical media so I can watch this whenever I would like to. And so have this, and we're going to watch the season 1 and 2, and then Firewalk with Me, and then season 3. So if you would like me to talk about this, let me know. I think I've had one comment about this, about maybe talking about this in a future video. But if you'd be interested in me talking about this, let me know in the comments below. All right. Number 4, what streaming services do I use? Okay, so I use a lot of streaming services along with the physical media that I have. So I have Amazon Prime, I have Netflix, I have Disney Plus, I have Vudu, which I use to maintain most of my digital collection, as well as Amazon Prime. I also have the Criterion channel, which I absolutely love. Now, the Criterion channel is relatively inexpensive. It's $9.99 a month, and it's really helpful to have to preview titles, to look at supplements, to watch interviews, to listen to commentaries and things like that. I absolutely love it. They're moving content every month or so. So you want to, if you have the Criterion channel, obviously you want to look at movies and supplements that may be leaving the channel. I think people generally go there first so they don't miss out on anything. But it has a whole essential art house section on the Criterion channel also, which is great. So if you want to watch a Bergman film, watch a Kurosawa film, most of those are on the channel. So I spent a lot of time watching the Criterion channel also during the week, along with the movie watching and things like that, to see what movies I might want to purchase in physical media to have in my own collection. And I find that it's a great resource for that, just to be able to preview things, and lots of great content there. Disney Plus I love. It's, again, pretty inexpensive. $6.99 a month is a great price for all the Disney films. Marvel films are on there. I really enjoy watching those as well. The Mandalorian is great. We watched season 1 last year. We're looking forward to season 2. That's a great Star Wars series on Disney Plus. I really like that also. So I'm using a lot of these streaming services mostly for, number one, convenience, number two, to maintain my physical or my digital library. Many times when I purchase a movie, I will get it with the digital copy so that I can, again, for convenience, have it available on streaming. Or if I want to put it on an iPad, let's say, if I'm traveling, which I don't do a lot these days, but if I were to do that, I can put it on my iPad and I can watch it in different locations. So those are the streaming services that I have. The final question is, number 5, is how do I balance watching and collecting? Now, I think this is a common question that many YouTubers get, or many movie lovers get, and that is what I tend to do is I tend to, during sales, I tend to pick up a lot of the physical media. So if I'm looking at Blu-ray.com as an example, I know that I mentioned that before on the channel, and I will leave that link in the description below for Blu-ray.com. I'm going to be looking for sales on that site of Criterion titles, of other titles, of things that I'd like to pick up in physical media. So many times I will go through a phase of collecting, and then I will stop for a while, and I'll spend more time watching, learning, studying films, or TV series that I've picked up. So that's generally what I do. Criterion, like I said, with the Barnes & Noble sale, just finished a big 50% off sale, so I was able to add quite a few titles to my collection. Now I'm in a process of studying those, looking at those, deciding what to watch next and things like that. But I probably pick up a few titles a week, some months will be slower than others. I think in general too, I tend to, since I'm participating in sales, I tend to pick up more, let's say, during the summer sales, and then I'm stocking up for wintertime, because where I am in the US, it gets very cold, so you can't go outside as much. There's more time to study films and really work on my collection, work on, kind of whittling down my stack of things to watch, which there's always plenty to watch there. So that's kind of how I balance it out. I'm in a phase right now where I seem to be watching more now that the sale is over in Criterion, but I am watching other sites like Indicator, like Warner Archive, like Kino Lorber as an example, for sales, and Blu-ray.com, as I mentioned before. So if I see something that's less than $10, let's say, and it has a digital copy with it, that might be a title that I will pick up at any time during the year. The other thing to note too is that Amazon does a great job all throughout the year of price matching some of the Criterion titles at 50% off all the time. So many times if I'm placing an Amazon order, I'll probably add a Criterion Collection movie that's already 50% off. Again, just to kind of build up the collection a little bit. So those are just a few questions that I've received over the last couple of months, and I'd really like to do more of these types of videos. So let me know in the comments below if you like this video, or click on like also, that would be great. Leave me a question below so that I can potentially use that in a future video. But I really want to say how much I truly appreciate all the comments and questions. I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I'm hoping to make a lot more. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, and I'd really appreciate that. And I sincerely hope everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.